Hello! Last episode when we left off, there was a blood moon. I gathered some bones, I grew some cotton. Which now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we should grow more. You might also notice that I have been busy making a lot of food. This is 1.7, we need extra hearts. And once again today, we're going to go on a very small adventure. Oh, it's here. Okay, I was looking for these. What we want is some sticky resin. Although I do have a feeling... No, I don't have a feeling. We just try to get lucky with the resin. In this mod pack, there is no such a thing as an infinite water source, so what I want to do is that I want to make a tank from railcraft. Donkeys are going to be very useful, so that we can have infinite water. There are more donkeys. Backpacks are going to need steel, donkeys are just going to need a chest and a lead. Yes, more rubber wood. Exploration is good because we can always find extra loot. Temple caller. I do have some bad news. Horsey died. I fell into quicksand and I could not save him. But we did have a quest in order to gather 64 quicksand, and I just did that. And don't you worry, there are plenty of horses. I think there's also a quest in order to gather 2 stacks of sand. Exactly. I do really want to follow the quest, but if you follow the quest book, there is a huge problem. It wants you to gather all of these material and then make a bronze pick. Or bronze tools. So imagine gathering 2 stacks of sand, clay, gravel and 4 stacks of cobblestone with your flint tools. You will cry to death. There's horse meat. Interesting. Anyhow, as you guys remember, the quest book is always a bit finicky because you have to craft the items and not just steal them from a village. We do have a new horse. He's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's okay. As long as I don't have to eat food, he's fine. Also, another thing that I was looking for is this. Magnetite. It's so nice to be able to find this much iron on the surface. If I'm not wrong, in order to make a tank from railcraft, we're going to need 26 sticky resin. Cause I think for a tank we're going to need 26 blocks and well, each resin gives you 1 block. I should be able to make a 3 tap. You give me nuggets. Jerk. Oh yeah, it gives you nuggets. I was not paying attention to that, but we should be able to crush it. I kind of forgot where the hell was I, but yeah, we need to wait for the trees to grow so that I will have enough resin. That is a tall one. And in the meantime, we should be able to do a few quality of life improvements. And maybe knock out a bunch of quests that are going to count. So we do have a decent supply of iron, and we can have a more decent supply of iron. We have just broken our hammer, so let us make a hammer. Then I believe we are going to need a wrench. You know, we're going to make the usual tools. Also, we need to have a file. So there you go. And maybe a screwdriver? We did actually loot a few long iron rods. Uh-oh. I left my bed. Oops. I was mining some iron and well, I made a boo-boo. So it's iron, 1 stick, file and a hammer? Yes. I'm assuming a saw is also going to be very useful. So here is a saw blade. And therefore, here is a saw. Very good. We have all the essential tools. That should leave us with decent amount of iron in order to make a tank as well. But there's also a mine nearby. So don't you worry. With the saw we are going to get a better yield on wood. And I think a better yield on sticks. It's just that the durability of iron is garbage. We should get a few drawing racks. And try to get different types of food. And also try to make tanned leather. It's actually called bound leather. Yeah, there is a quest for string. I know there are spiders outside. I'm not gonna go out there. This is gonna take ages, so let us make as much as we can. Which, considering the fact that I'm out of cotton, that's as much as we can. I wanted to make a sleeping bag, but I guess I have to wait until morning. I think it has been 2 days later, but our leather is finally ready. That should give us a very ugly looking sleeping bag, which I don't think we can really convert it into something beautiful. Do you even work? No. Okay. We go back to the ugly one. But I also made a few tool racks, so we don't have to carry everything on our own. And so far, we have 18 pieces of resin. We're gonna have 19. Yes, we already got it. However, now that we have a decent supply of food, let us go to a few villages. I have some business. And yes, I had to change the horse, the other one was very slow. So in the village there are a few things that we want that I'm lazy to craft. For example, ladders, pistons, and essentially any part which is made out of metal. I think we should be able to smelt them later on. Oh, paper. Nice. More ladders. Oh wow, a fish. We can also change the boots. And I don't think you boys ever need to get down. I take the ladder. It has been a few days later in game and I'm finally back from exploration. I did manage to find a lot of goodies, including a ton of obsidian. We also did manage to find 4 pieces of obsidian. The problem is that I cannot really make alumite because I'm out of aluminium. I tried to explore a teeny tiny bit more, but no. There was nothing else. Also, you might notice we have a new horse. The previous one was walking on a cactus. I arrived late. We also have 23 sticky resin, so maybe we should start making the tank. Because basically every single project that I have in mind requires water. We did manage to get 8 long iron rods, and I think if we cut it, we're going to get 16 rods. But the rest we have to craft, don't you worry, we have plenty of iron. So if we need 2 per tank, we need 52. Oh, it's nighttime again. For a fish. Yeah, huge achievement. We got 1 more resin, we need only 2 more. But it is perfectly fine. Let us get started. This is the recipe? No. This? No. This is why you have it on the hotbar. A hammer. Again, if you guys remember, in this mod pack we have something called humidity, and the rate that the tank is going to generate water depends on the humidity of the biome. The higher the humidity, the more water we will have. This is a river, and basically it's one of the best biomes that you can ever have. It's 90% humid. We're missing 2 blocks. But don't you worry, we have a giant rubber wood tree. It's not giant, but it's one of the tallest ones. It should give us 2. 5. Thank you. Really thank you. I'm also really not worried about the quest for the tank because we're going to have a lot of tanks. So if this one doesn't really count, it's not a big deal. Also, we should not cross chunk boundaries. Yep, good thing I checked. Perfect. We're getting water at a rate of 9 millibuckets per tick. Yeah, I know, achievements in this mod pack are not very satisfying. Now whatever I want to craft, I can just do it next to the tank. But one of the first things that we want to make is bread. Actually dough. We are very short on food. I can eat this. Yep, it's gonna give you extra hearts. I think our next order of business is to make a few coke ovens. The recipe is not that difficult. I say it's not that difficult, you need a crazy amount of sand. We do live next to a desert, so that's okay. Oh, I forgot we have iguana twigs. That's so nice. We can upgrade our tools. Tinkers without upgrades is just useless. Just to get us started, 2 stack and a half should be a decent number. While the bricks are cooking up, there are a few things that I want to do. First off, we need a few modifiers for our tools. I think the first one, that was a chicken. As I was saying, the first one should be reinforcement, so that the tools are not going to break that fast. And this is cheaty obsidian. We stole it from villages. Oh, we need way more. Way more. It's okay, we use the first one for the pick. That also has a modifier. So pick goes in, and... oh, actually the pick does not have a modifier. Okay, we wait for a bit. It was only the shovel. I got more unfired bricks, and yeah, that's the problem, we're running out of fuel. This is why I wanted the coke oven. For the moment, how the base looks is not going to matter, so we're just going to assemble the coke ovens over here. This is the first one, but we will have much more. I have 4 million different types of wood. You should be able to hopper things in, right? Yeah, it does work. Yeah, just before we go mining, I thought we used the ladders in order to chop down a few trees. And by a few, I just meant this one. This is massive. For the moment, I believe that is a decent supply of wood, and I actually forgot creosote oil itself is a perfect fuel for the furnace. It's 4 times more efficient than charcoal. However, one thing that I have noticed is that the quest itself did not count. That's because, as usual, I was not paying attention to the chain of quests. We're going to need a few pieces of clay. We break it down into clay dust, we make the clay bucket, we cook the clay bucket, and obviously, we get the clay bucket. That should be a quest. Thank you. We also need to get some more paper. Perfect. Oh, tinkering time. Why does it have to be like this? I still don't really get that, but I think this is all the parts. Yeah, we need to keep you in our inventory, as well as my knife. Yes. Yeah, this is the part I always hated. I mean, I never understood what's the point of holding something in your inventory and then cook it and then hold it in your inventory and then make the item that you want. That should have been enough. You see, there's already a quest here. But anyways, each recipe gives you 3, so if I get 5 stacks of sand, we should be fine. Yes, finally we have the quest. The problem is that I didn't really want to have that many coke ovens. I just wanted 2. To start with. I guess it doesn't really hurt. We can have 3. We have 3 hoppers anyways. Very good. We have water, we have charcoal, we have creosote oil. That means I can finally go and mine. We need copper, we need tin, and we also need iron and coal. We don't want soapstone, we don't want oil sand. So, you're an ore chunk. This is also an ore chunk. We go down. I'm assuming this is not going to be something incredibly useful because it's getting very deep. How deep is it going to be? Is this graphite? Oh, we got a modifier on the pick. A bit late. Yeah, it's graphite. Here is your torch. We go back up. Magnetite. This one's nice. You can prospect with a hammer. Also, this was really good. We did manage to find coal. It doesn't really always show you the vein on the map. For example, coal is not showing up, but redstone does. I don't know how it works. Maybe you have to be in the center of the chunk or something crazy? Maybe not. For redstone, I just prospected this one. So if we mine it with a hammer, yeah, we get crushed redstone, then we have to hammer it again. Okay, we just want a few pieces to upgrade the picks. I guess 37 it is. We can also get a few with the hammer. So what we have found over here is sodalite, and if I'm not wrong, in sodalite veins we should also be able to find gypsum. Gypsum is used to make concrete, and concrete is used in order to make a blast furnace. And yes, calcite. I really want the calcite. Yep, but I think I know where we can find gypsum. Don't you worry. Also, is there like a hole or something? Oh, there's a cave system. I was wondering why there's a crazy amount of mobs. I think I found the hole. Ladies and gentlemen, we have found the gypsum. It's not much, but it's a decent amount. In any case, I have to do way more mining if we want to get into steel and if we want to get into the steam age even. Because one thing that you might notice is that we still haven't found copper or tin. So finding all the ores that we want in the quantities that we want is going to take a tremendous amount of time. Last time we rushed through everything and it was very painful. So I think this time what we're going to do is that we're going to make life easier for us. Meaning that we're going to work on the quests, we're going to get better tools, and we're also going to work on getting the healing axe. Because as it stands, I'm spending half of my time eating. The healing axe itself is going to be a few hour project, but I have started gathering some gardens, which I guess we don't have enough. Let's see, what do we have? Healing axe, yes. We have the leafy garden, mushroom garden. We should also have, yep, the textile garden. I'm actually going to plant it over here and it's gonna spread. I did manage to make a few more gardens, so let us submit them. And yes, don't you worry, I know that we have to go to the nether. But as I have already mentioned, this is going to be a very long project, so we might as well start someday. We also have some desert garden. Good. Nobody's here. Weird. Oh my goodness. Hearty breakfast. But I think we need to, we need to submit 20 of it, so we'll keep it. As usual, we're going to take any piece of obsidian, which there doesn't seem to be that many. As usual, I have been exploring for a very long time, trying to find different types of gardens, and I found something of interest at the bottom of that tree. Can you guess what it is? 3 pieces of steel. I'm not really sure if I can convert it into steel rings and get a backpack, but we're going to try. As soon as we get home. Grass underwater. In 1.7. Ooh, this is also important. We need a silverwood sapling. We just need the one, and I kind of forgot how chunky they are. Yes, we have it. Guess we really don't. Where did it fall? Yep, we take it. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we can convert it into rods and then rings. I can finally go and propose. No, but we should be able to make at least 3 backpacks. Getting leather, getting cotton, getting string, and waiting for everything to dry up takes a tremendous amount of time. So I thought in the meanwhile, we're going to do a few small projects, but just a few. So first off, we have discovered tin. This one was literally next to our home. We have also found copper. I made myself an oak farm, by placing a few blocks so that they don't grow that tall. We have a very small chicken pit, an intruder, and a teeny tiny animal farm. I don't really think they call them farms, animal pit. I have also gathered a fair amount of resources, so let us knock out a bunch of quests. There was a quest in order to gather a few different types of coke. This is sugarcane, and this one is cactus. Thank you, thank you. There are a few patterns that we have to submit. There you go. As well as a few parts. Yes, this is also finally done. I don't think we're going to need the parts, we just throw them away. With also 4 stacks of cobblestone, we're going to knock out another quest. Yes, thank you, thank you. Oh, it takes them away. Okay, which is going to give us an iron axe head as well as a shovel. Oh, and obviously the pick. But we already have the pick. I need to have 16 tin on me, so there you go. And 48 copper. Ah, we have more. Don't you worry. Then they want 32 bronze dust. Why don't you count? Ah yes, my bad. We have to mix it. Thank you. It's been a while we had bronze, but okay. Once we cook it, this quest is also done. And then we need to make a bronze pickaxe head and a bronze shovel head. We also have the bronze ingots, so this quest counted. We get 1 piece of aluminium. Thank you. During my exploration, I did manage to find 6 pieces of aluminium gravel. And that gives us more aluminium, so that's good. 72 pieces of iron. Unfortunately, I did not keep the redstone, but that's easy to gather. But we have already made the tools. Thankfully, those counted. And we can start making a lunchbox. And yes, we have already stole the door. So voila, there you go. Oh, we get tons of food. I went up ahead and made the tool parts that we needed, so let's count them too. Oh, you fell over there. Okay. Also, we are going to make our first backpack. I'm waiting for more cotton. That means for the moment I can put some of the garbage inside. We are also going to do a few more quests. So we need some bronze plates. That should give us 1 large bronze pipe. Yes, thank you. And now, if possible, we want to make the bronze boiler. So how do we do this? Unfired clay. Fine by me. 5 bronze plates. Thankfully, everything counted, which is very good. How do you make bricks? Oh, with a bucket. It's fine. We have cheaty bricks. It counted. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I have not messed it up, which I haven't, here is our coal boiler. Now we are officially in the steam age. So moving on, we need to make some iron chests. Storage is very important. And I do have a feeling, yeah, we have a decent supply of gold. Can I double it with a hammer? No, shame. Oh, it gives you nuggets. I forgot. Yeah, we need the gold dust. It's fine, it's not a huge mess, don't you worry. Yeah, absolutely, there's no need to worry because I think that's it. Oh no, we need more plates. And we need 1 more ore. So 1 gold chest, and we also get a few pieces back. And an upgrade. These are mainly things that we stole from a village, so unfortunately there is no other way. We have to make them. Also, it does give me decent food. I like plums. So you're not going to give me moss, but you're going to give me 2 beer. That's much better than mending moss. So in the Stone Age, we have done a decent amount of quests, which is really good, but there is 1 more quest that I absolutely want to do. In the multi-block goals, the smeltery. Only reason that I'm doing this is that we're going to get aluminium ore berries, which I'm hoping you can plant them, right? Ah yes, can be placed on an empty IC2 crop. That gives us aluminium. It's very useful if we want to get alumite. Because obsidian is not going to be a problem, iron definitely is not going to be a problem, aluminium is. I can't find that many gravels. So this is a bit of a grindy process. I just have to make sure that everything that I do counts. You know, I have to make sure that I hold 2 stacks of sand, 2 stacks of gravel, and clay dust. Also, this might sound a teeny tiny bit stupid, but can I hammer down clay? Oh, there is clay. Nope. Why no? Would have been nice. And also early in the game, the speed boost when you wake up is a curse. You eat through food like crazy. We did steal a ton of seared bricks from different villages. It's not that you have to have it in your inventory, you physically have to craft it. For me, that was a teeny tiny bit weird. So, 2 casting channels? That's a thing, right? Yes. And then we can cut it into faucets, right? Yes, it's acceptable. But kind of stupid because we needed the casting channel for the drain. Oh, we're almost done. We need 1 basin and 1 table. Oh, this is another quest. With no reward. Maybe there is another quest with a reward? It's okay. How do you make this? So, casting basin. I was hoping this is the table. Ah, this is the table. Okay. So with all the quests counting, let us claim our rewards. Oh, we get lignite. Awesome. I don't ever remember making a hopper, but we did steal some hoppers. We get a cake. Of course we take the loot bag. Honestly, here chest upgrades are going to be much better. Food is always nice. We're getting so many items, everything is just pooping out. Should we just claim all? Yeah, some of them cannot be claimed because we need to make choices. Oh, this one's nice. We take that one. I'm actually gonna take the pizza because it's part of a quest. I think finally we are done. So let's see, what do we get? Apples, okay. Torches, garbage. Well, dyes are always useful. I guess some sort of food. No Sword of the Cosmos. And that was it. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.